Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy skin and we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. Hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up like.
Well, God, family, manners and respect. Good morning.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy skin and we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. Hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
What we gonna eat no money, what we at you, eat no at you. Go be money, me say we eat the year, me correct you. Use the youth, the money, waste no must a man to start you. Say we like a catch you, but we got the nothing got you. Take the split of money, got long and say that is not you. One day the man above him up, him a got a bet. Too much it in the kitchen, some a fly well like a pot too. My singers and DJs and social media, that's coming at you.
It's on me.
300% free.
It's on me.
Garbage pile up the day.
It's on me.
Give the teacher them raise.
It's on me.
I see corruption cease.
It's on me.
Mash down the people them house.
It's on me.
Every day appear arms out.
It's on me.
Appear money them a thief.
It's on me.
And them a sell me thief, them a thief. Lick it back. Bon Macy. Wanna say family. Can't fool me again.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy skin and we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. Hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
What we gonna eat no money, what we at you, eat no at you. Go be money, me say we eat the year, me correct you. Use the youth, the money, waste no must a man to start you. Say we like a catch you, but we got the nothing got you. Take the split of money, got long and say that is not you. One day the man above him up, him a got a bet. But it in the kitchen, some a fly well like a pot too. My singers and DJs and social media, that's coming at you.
It's on me.
300% free.
It's on me.
Garbage pile up the day.
It's on me.
Give the teacher them raise.
It's on me.
I see corruption cease.
It's on me.
Mash down the people them house.
It's on me.
Every day appear arms out.
It's on me.
Appear money them a thief.
It's on me.
And them a sell out the beach.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy skin and we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
For me say big up all the charities and all of the givers. Some a go like say them powerful, me no make a bigger. The 100 the promises, none of them no deliver. Cut up the youth, the rough and they down in a whatever. Member hold money and they lie them tell. Corruption smell and they pocket them swell. When police don't a market like Satan out of hell, go mash up people start that thief for themselves.
It's on me.
Or them treat the market man.
It's on me.
Or them a treat the cat man.
It's on me.
Or them treat the peanut man.
It's on me.
Or them a treat the jerk man.
It's on me.
Or them a treat the son man.
It's on me.
Or them a treat policeman.
It's on me.
Or them a treat soldier man.
It's on me.
Or them a treat everyone.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy skin and we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again.
Can't fool me again. Good morning, guys. How you do? You know, this is a very important video I have this morning. And you see that video? Any part of the video I only believe somebody should hear. Go ahead and share, people. Yes, very a serious video I have this morning. I'm gonna make up nothing, you know. You know, me always come with me receipt. So this morning I come with a whole receipt. All right, guys. Now, the other day, guys,
High school, big up on yourself. Guys Hill High School, big up on yourself. Smart kids. Poor people picking them, the goddamn school there. Full up them school there. Big up on yourself, Guys Hill. High. Good youth them. The other day, I see the PM go out there and them talk with the youth them like him and give them a lecture from the other day, from a couple years ago. Come a video from 2022, I play already. With the PM there, I walk through this high school, programming the youth them brain to support him basically. You understand me? And how to accept some type of cheap wages and all them things there. I told you guys about it. And I told you guys about the sacrifice that we all are making. But them not making no sacrifice who want us to make sacrifice. Because even though they were getting millions of dollars per year, plus them have big business, them have property, them have offshore account, that couldn't suffice. Them still have to hold way down and take away 300% raise that them did not need in the first place. Now I hear about $1.6 trillion. Now I hear about $100 million US from CAP, which is $15.4 million. Now I hear about all type of stuff when them locked down Promise Learning Center, which is the only school for the youth there with special needs in Jamaica. Government defunded, said them not have no money. But however, I could go down into this. I could show you the sacrifice. Another time I talk to you guys about these things. Maybe if I come with it and I couldn't hear it, it sounds better. Not true. I come from the horses. Today, it's called the horse's lips. And that should be the headline. It come from the horse mouth. Listen to this, people. You see, when I come to Uno and tell them to say, we spend the most on this and we spend the most on that. I'm telling them to say people on my page. I lie them I tell come in a seat no way. We spend the most on healthcare, but why not bed now buy? Why people the pan ground? Why me I see pictures of rats? Why me see everybody a jump way? We spend the most on education, but me not see it now with family. Why teacher jump ship? We spend the most on national security, but call us not see it now way. Why police still take taxi up on crime scene? Me say these things and somehow no thump in my mouth verbally on social media, you know. But like me say 1,000 and 100 there so on each side, and me loving up on my page. Come in and say nothing. Me beat both sides, I don't know me by now. Who don't know me yet? Unless you're brand new. All right. Listen to this, people, not my word, you know. I want to share this, you know. All right. Not my word, you know. Horses lip me and come to the horse's mouth. Hold on.
Through the sacrifice of your parents.
Hold on. No call me not take care of you. Now play the game, you know. Chill out with the calls. Me love you know. But the call now got work you know today. Let me play what I wanna.
Through the sacrifice of your parents, who endured new taxation almost every year.
Listen what I'm doing now.
No budget to repair.
Listen what I'm doing now. Him a talk out time out, you know. We look here and mash up healthcare. My father was a casualty of poor healthcare in Jamaica. And I know me go bury my father. Many of you have some family member that be alive today. If they pump money in healthcare. Look what the man do, Uno. They might talk out time out. They might talk to Guys Hill High. Out time want more people. Not me, you know. You can't make this up. This take me hours. What me I do to play phone right now, it take me hours to put together. It might sound like nothing, but it took me hours to go through our speech or whatever they got there to come up with something like this. Because this is what I go on.
Through the sacrifice of your parents, who endured new taxation almost every year. No budget to repair roads. No budget to invest in healthcare. No budget to invest in public transportation. No budget to invest in garbage collection. No budget to build the auditorium that you're asking for. No budget to pay increased wages to public servants. And we went through that process.
Why?
In order to bring down our debt.
People say, you can't make that up. You can't make that up. You see why They make the teacher them run away. Why police if you take taxi from crime scene? Why garbage there on the road? Why all of this mayhem? Why all this? Why all that? People have never paid down the debt that fast. Them could do it like Barbados and all these other countries. What they are trying to do is to pay down the debt to get a higher, more money. So pay down the debt now, they put a different bracket, just like you get a credit card, they get an upgrade. So you can get more money for borrow. And that them are trying to do, you know. While the people them suffer. I want to hear the sacrifice, what him say. Parents made, and not parents alone. If parents make sacrifice, that come down to the youth them. So the youth them we are talking to right now, so went through that sacrifice too. But parents can't afford to feed them. The youth them go through it too. Youth them sick and go to the health care. There's nothing there. And them see on a ride motorcycle, crash and go to hospital, no MRI machine, no CT scan. People, guys, you hear what this man say? At the same time, out of one of them mouth, they come out and say them spend the most on this and spend the most on that. Was not a lie. How can this be true? How can both of it be true? We spend the most on this, we spend the most on that. But what the Prime Minister said right, so listen again.
Through the sacrifice of your parents,
Jesus Christ,
who endured new taxation almost every year.
Every year him do it.
No budget to repair roads.
Him.
No budget to invest in healthcare. No budget to invest in public transportation. No budget to invest in garbage collection. No budget to build the auditorium that you're asking for.
And why him do it? Why me couldn't suffer? Why?
No budget to pay increased wages to public servants.
Why?
And we went through that process.
Why?
In order to bring down our debt.
People, Barbados now do that. Them other country now do that. They make the people breathe. You scrape up everything. So on to the money from taxpayers. You pay for your service. Police service, sanitary service, health service, out of a service. You still pay taxes every year. So that means all the money you pay to taxes. Them take it and just go pay it out to debt. No healthcare budget, no road budget, no national security. That's why crime kill we. People only hear the man say to time out, you know, people, you can't make this up, you know. And if you don't believe me, go and listen to the speech and just give the other day to the youth them. Out of this come from. It took me hours to go through this and get to me present to you today. How was? Someone give it one more time.
Through the sack.
Hold on. That's why bloggers must do them. That's why bloggers must teach other bloggers work, you know. Because I think, hours I go through these people, and I know me I work on this. Hold by your eyesight. And if you see a next blogger, just take it and thief it, and I do not work. You understand me I say? We have the journalist work over here, so. We move from the blogger thing to journalism. You understand me? So I could listen to what I go on, so. One more time.
Through the sacrifice of your parents, who endured new taxation almost every year.
Let him do to them.
No budget to repair roads.
See there?
No budget to invest in healthcare. No budget to invest in public transportation. No budget to invest in garbage collection. No budget to build the auditorium that you're asking for.
We spend the most on everything. And why do it?
No budget to pay increased wages to public servants. And we went through that process in order to bring down our debt.
See that? You can't make that up, people. People can't make that up. If you don't want to believe this, go on and page, go on the JIS page, you see the whole interview. Listen to them time, the whole meeting with the youth them. It took me time to go through this. So you hear the Prime Minister say why he couldn't suffer, why the garbage up on the road. He could have taken it off of the road, people, but he must save up this because they want. They said just like a credit card. You pay a credit card and you get a higher. You know, you get $5,000 next year, you get 10, next year you get a $10,000 limit. That's like a people. Higher limit, you might look people off of one. One owner suffer. But guess who never sacrifice? While we are sacrifice, they might take 300% raise. The Prime Minister's salary will be maxed out. In 300% will be this year. While parents are sacrifice and families throughout Jamaica. So many families die because of the poor health care. So many families die because defunding the police. People made do videos like that and say they are defunding the police. We do videos about the $92 billion that they say they have. That didn't roll over to the next fiscal year. People don't have to follow me a long time if you know me I talk about that that $92 billion. That they didn't spend quarter of it, knowing that the money don't roll over to the next fiscal year. And up to 3 months before them lose the money, them still spend quarter of the money. And we wonder why they don't spend this money. And the police need so much. So they defunded the police to pay the debt. How much are we dead in all this exercise and this experiment what this man take with you? How much have we family member gone who could have lived today? Because they defund the health care. You hear the man say to time out. They defund everything. Who suffer? Who get hurt? They did not take a pay cut. They did not sacrifice. Instead of them sacrifice, them go in our pocket and take 300% raise. Not 50%, not 100, not 200, 300% raise from the people them who are sacrificed. Now have no hospital, now have no road, now have nothing. You hear the man say it. I know my words. All right. Let's listen to another clip of the Prime Minister I want to go through with you guys while I tell you them some things. And we are going through this together. And you guys were foreign and yard people, bless you for yourself. You know, because when we hear this, like I said, I was a shop steward at my job for many, many years. Shop steward, we fight for workers at my job. A group of men, you know. That's my job, shop steward. Me always a lead and a fight for people. And I know me I do with people. So I play next tape. Yeah, man, make we hear what's going on here. Let's see if this is listen to this.
So that's where we are. Our economy wants to take off. People want to invest. We have 3 or 4 hotels being built right now.
Listen.
That will give us close to 2,000 rooms easily.
Look, guys, this man gone to school, gonna tell you them about hotel and call center and them thing there, you know. Remember in my video, I do yesterday, I tell you, say, a program the youth them brain, a groom and condition the youth them brain. We take dirt labor, gone to the school, gone look vote. At the same time, grooming the youth them, finna run off the island, stay and give service, pay service, and give free labor. Remember me telling you, at that time you're going to listen clips of this Prime Minister's speech. But now me take the time and go listen the whole night. People even say them things take hours if you're going to do it good for the people. Take me hours. Me listen the whole night and me understand what the Prime Minister brain there when it comes to the youth. So give me a deeper understanding. Listen to these people. Listen. You have to listen.
So that's where we are. Our economy wants to take off. People want to invest. We have 3 or 4 hotels being built right now.
Hotels.
That will give us close to 2,000 rooms easily. But we just don't have enough staff to operate the hotel. For every one tourist, we need about 2 or 3 staff.
For every one tourist, we need 2 or 3 staff. And I still going to hotel field boss. I want staff to like about 12 guests. He said every one guest. Finish listening.
For some hotels. How many of you here are studying hospitality and hotel management? It's a big field. And we need people in that field. Good. Good. So you are the first generation of students in a long time.
Listen.
A long time that will be entering an economy locally where you will be quickly absorbed.
The meaning of that quickly absorb is that we have jobs. Help a job there. So as you come out, you quickly absorb. You grab it up. Jobs. You could continue to listen to the PM talking to the youth then.
Quickly absorbed. But you are also the first generation in a long time that will be able to expand the GDP of the country.
Listen to this.
By virtue of your production.
Production.
Now, it's one thing to get a job, to turn up, sit at the desk, and as the clock strikes 5,
listen,
you get up and you go.
What am I saying?
And that's the mentality of many persons. I'm just doing what is necessary to be paid.
Hold on, man. The Prime Minister like to tell people to turn slave. How about this? Me was a shop steward, you know. And if second is important as a job, you know. You can have company that steal 15 minutes from you and 15 minutes from the next one. You have 15 minutes from over 200 workers. How much hours for the day company a thief? For the week, for the month, for the year? Listen what the Prime Minister say. People, I was a shop steward, I'm a fight for people. Government infringing on their rights.
Good.
When 5 o'clock, if you clock out. Now hang around, you try like you have to be. Listen to this.
Because what has happened to us as a people for a very long time is that there is a disconnection.
Hold on there.
Between you are the first generation of students in a long time.
Listen.
A long time that will be entering an economy locally where you will be quickly absorbed. Quickly absorbed. But you are also the first generation in a long time that will be able to expand the GDP of the country by virtue of your production. Now, it's one thing to get a job,
listen to this,
to turn up, sit at the desk, and as the clock strikes 5, you get up and you go.
I tell you, say, when the clock strikes 5, you must get up and go. You must find something to do, continue to work and give company free labor. People must have shop steward at my job, in a work like that. A matter of fact, at my job, you start bringing it up 10 minutes before the time because you have had a shift. Had a shifter come in, come take over the equipment. So you have to give them time to prepare and all them stuff there. So at about 10 to the time you get up, you start make it to the break room to start wash up yourself and change your clothes and get up out of there and punch out yourself 3 or 4 o'clock or whenever you get off. Do you understand me? You don't make company get over with your time. So this is what the Prime Minister is grooming, conditioning and programming these youth to do in the hotel field. You must tell them about hotel, you know, and they must tell them about how they must work in the hotel. When it comes 5 o'clock, don't just get clock out and leave. Do something. People, me say, you know, work so. You don't want a job all day, they put your foot tired. The whole of you watch the clock, man. Oh God, man. When the clock time come, you want to clock out and go home. Just like if you come to work late and the clock in, it go against you. So why should I stay there and clock out 30 minutes, 15 minutes after 5 o'clock? But listen what the Prime Minister tell the people. Me say, I was a shop steward. This is wrong when I tell them. Me fight for people like this. Me fight company who are infringed upon my rights. 5 o'clock you need to clock out and go home. Slavery mentality might instill upon these youth, grooming them, conditioning their brain to be good servants to the hotel industry, a new plantation. I want you guys to listen, call us. But now I'm going to think people. I'm telling the plain truth.
Job to turn up, sit at the desk, and as the clock strikes 5, you get up and you go. And that's the mentality of many persons. I'm just doing what is necessary to be paid, and that's it. But that is not going to be enough to be productive.
Not enough.
You will produce.
Not enough.
But there's no guarantee that you're going to do more than you did last year.
Jack!
Because what has happened to us as a people for a very long time is that there is a disconnection between what we expect to be paid and what we actually produce.
Lord God. So for a very long time,
what we expect to be paid.
For a long time, on a clock out at 5 o'clock, that need to cut out. Because that's the mentality for a long time. So at 5 o'clock, don't clock out at 5. Find something around there to do, man. How about get the broom, start sweep up the room, you know what I mean? Go clean up the equipment so the shift can get it. And people at 5 o'clock, if they clock out. I was a shop steward at my job. My job is to wire the company. For my workers, them were infringe on them right. Union job, we don't play. That's what we do. What this man is saying is not right, people. You're programming and conditioning and grooming these people, these youth, become be servants in these massive hotel industry when I set up in Jamaica, we are giving them $2 an hour. We could continue to listen.
And what we actually produce. I don't want this generation of Jamaicans to go out into the labor market with that mentality.
Tell them to think poor. That's what I tell them, think poor.
Because if you were to migrate and go somewhere else, it would be a totally different mentality.
Yeah. They might compare Jamaica to foreign now.
You would be holding down 2 or 3 jobs because the more output you give, the more you expect to be paid. We want you to have that same productive mentality right here in Jamaica.
It's not going to work.
A good pass mark, right?
It's not going to work. Because the youth them now get the right $2 an hour. It's unfair. And the youth them can't live on that wage in Jamaica. But listen to that part now, people. You got the head girl after school asking the Prime Minister a very important question. What she's asking him that after we study and got university and all them thing there, how sustainable is hotel job and your call center job? That's what the girl I got asking when I got listen to now, you know. People, if you think somebody if you hear this, share this. I swear to God. If you think somebody if you hear this video, they put in a lot of work in it, people. Listen to the head girl now, people. Mighty, mighty me. The head girl, you know? Listen to this question.
And two, I know most of you have written down some questions to ask the Prime Minister. Your head girl called me and said, can I ask you instead of what? So allow me to give her the microphone. Do the same as well, Father.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Shamil Smith, a 13th grader. Good afternoon, Mr. Prime Minister. So while listening to your presentation, I have come up with 2 questions to ask you. You mentioned something about BPO centers, if I am right. And you also mentioned that unemployment is at its lowest. So statistics has shown that as well, and it is also evident that the majority of adolescents applying and working at call centers have rapidly increased. How sustainable are these jobs, and should a student who attended university for 4 or 5 years just settle with a placement at a call center?
Good question.
All right, very good question. And that question is loaded and a reflection of the social consciousness of the society.
Listen to the answer.
Now, every job has value.
Jesus.
The job itself has an intrinsic value, but you bring value to the job as well.
Answer that.
And our ethic as a people must be, whatever our job is, we're going to do it well. It is in doing even the most menial job well that you build on top of that to get to the most glorious and sought after job.
You didn't answer.
That ethic of working hard on whatever you do, I want you to keep that in your mind.
Get you a good A.
People, at the head girl is asking, after me leave university, how sustainable is your hotel job? Because we already see we have the big sea and everybody run left, go left, we, you know. Let me ship and plane now come in, a bird, build nest in a hotel, you know. You remember, you know? And here the head girl asked the man, and what the man I say, I dumb down our spirit and our energy. Programming, grooming, conditioning. Programming, grooming, conditioning. The youth them of Jamaica for circle. Produce, don't worry about wages. Remember my video I do yesterday? See it here. I them advice me I could hear it now. Yeah, girl. Me could listen it again, people. Listen what the girl I say. After me left university, how sustainable are these jobs? The man I tell her, I say, like a job is not a job. Not because that type of job you must perform people. What kind of cara is this? He wouldn't say that for him PICKNEY them, you know. He PICKNEY them now, go them a job behind the people. And what the man I said to the youth, them people, listen to man and I may make it up, you know.
That's what fast mark, right? And two, I know most of you have written down some questions to ask the Prime Minister. Your head girl called me and said, can I ask you instead of what? So allow me to give her the microphone. Do the same as well, Father.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Shamil Smith, a 13th grader. Good afternoon, Mr. Prime Minister. So while listening to your presentation, I have come up with two questions to ask you. You mentioned something about BPO centers, if I am right. And you also mentioned that unemployment is at its lowest. So statistics has shown that as well. And it is also evident that the majority of adolescents applying and working at call centers have rapidly increased. How sustainable are these jobs? And should a student who attended university for 4 or 5 years just settle with a placement at a call center?
All right, very good question. And that question is loaded and a reflection of the social consciousness of the society. Now, every job has value.
Call center job, spread bed.
The job itself has an intrinsic value, but you bring value to the job as well.
Wash pot.
And our ethic as a people must be, whatever our job is, we're going to do it well. It is in doing even the most menial job well that you build on top of that to get to the most glorious and sought after job.
Cha-cha.
That ethic of working hard on whatever you do, I want you to keep that in your mind.
I know you're the man, answer. No future, no hope for them local youth with them type of response there. Youth are going to school for big things, not for car centers and hotels. Youth are going to school for big things, them man are ready. How long me tell you say, Jamaica are way advanced and the government are hold them back. Me say things like this, you know, that's how me feel. The people are advanced and them are hold them back. Them are youth are way advanced. We out there so them are pull them back, gonna come back. Car center. Is that the head girl, you know? Same one, the head girl for go to university, and like any job is a job. Get in where you fit in. No future. You tell me, people. All right. Good. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to listen to this part. You got to school now. And things are going good at the school, right? Like the school, a partition them having at the school. Them not have no wall in the school. That same school at Guys Hill. The PM go there, him sister that I go on there. Him no say, boy, I'm going to make a commitment to fix your school. At least start off a room at a time. When you listen to this, what I go on to say now. You have partition at the school, that means say, high school, you know. So when one class over there and the next one over there are peer nice, you can hear the teachers and students over there, so there's no wall to buffer the sound. There's a partition. But listen to this, people, pay attention.
The principal, again, pointed out to me that he has been so faithful in supporting the sixth forum policy that he has taken on more students than the infrastructure can. The principal, again, pointed out to me that he has been so faithful in supporting the sixth forum policy.
Listen.
That he has taken on more students than the infrastructure can hold. And he has had to improvise in order that you can get access to an education. It is not under the most comfortable circumstances.
Him know it. School bad.
It's not. I understand.
Condition
these partitions, they are not sound dampening. And so it must be incredibly difficult to have one class here going and then another class going, the distractions that can happen. And that will clearly diminish the learning that takes place here relative to whether if you had a facility that was purpose-built. And we understand those challenges.
Yes.
And we're going to look at it. I can't make a commitment here today, but we're gonna look at it.
No, look, man.
But the commitment to improving the conditions of not just Geisel, but of any school in Jamaica.
People, man, knows a school, people, a partition, them have it.
The principal.
We just see this man where them give what? Each MP what? $60 million or something like that. If I'm not mistaken. Them give MP money. All the illicit one them. Them give push butter. Again. Them have one line of money, but they can't find money to buy MRI machine. They give money to everything. But money to CT scan, burn unit, and MRI machine. Money to school. The man knows a partition in there. But him can't make no commitment to fix his school. But him can commit to give thief in politician with money. Ah, boy. You can listen.
Again, pointed out to me.
The principal pointed out to him.
He has been so faithful in supporting the sixth forum policy that he has taken on more students than the infrastructure can hold. And he has had to improvise in order that you can get access to an education. It is not under the most comfortable circumstances.
School bungle up. And you know that?
It's not. I understand with these partitions, they are not sound dampening.
They're not sound dampening. And they will affect the learning process. You know that? But no commitment to that. But then come to me and make commitment to give SSL $15 million a month. $15 million a month. Billions of dollars make free useless money. DPP office refurbishing. No them talk about new parliament building. Sign down a Montego Bay, sign down a Negril, useless, ugly sign for how much money. The devil knows. Tear out the grass and put in concrete. Them things they cost a whole lot of money, you know. Money going everywhere but MRI machine, CT scan, the schools, the hospitals. Now I hear $1.6 trillion. See the school and come there. Him say the principal tell him say they have a place to put PICKNEY. That means that we can't imagine how much PICKNEY in them class there. They probably have no fan, no AC, nothing. Teacher now get paid. Prime Minister know that. But they make no commitment. Even though him come at the school, come chat to the PICKNEY them, and the principal tell him what go on. But we just say when they give this man, when they give them politician, hold up money again. Election around, woo! Money hot. We call this one more time.
The principal, again, pointed out to me that he has been so faithful in supporting the sixth forum policy that he has taken on more students than the infrastructure can hold. And he has had to improvise in order that you can get access to an education. It is not under the most comfortable circumstances. It's not. I understand with these partitions, they are not sound dampening. And so it must be incredibly difficult to have one class here going and then another class going, the distractions that can happen. And that will clearly diminish the learning that takes place here relative to whether if you had a facility that was purpose-built. And we understand those challenges. And we're going to look at it. I can't make a commitment here today.
Nothing.
But we're gonna look at it.
That's it.
But the commitment to improving the conditions of not just Geisel, but of any school in Jamaica becomes an even greater reality when our GDP and our GNP grows. Because as it grows, it means there is more resources in the country to deal with these challenges, your education, your healthcare. Because as it grows, it means there is more resources in the country to deal with these challenges, your education, your healthcare, the roads that we drove on to come here, the water supply system. For too long, we have believed that the revenue that is generated from the size of the economy that we have now is sufficient to deal with all the social problems of the country.
For too long, we believe that the revenue we collect is sufficient to deal with everything. But when I take the 300% raise, what then they come tell us? We are the superpower of the Caribbean. We have the money with this. We have the best bounce back into the Caribbean out of Big C. See, I tell you, so if the money not enough to pay with bills and do everything in the country, why then take 300% raise? Why would you take 300% raise from our economy when I'm bringing enough revenue to sustain itself, boss? Are you not saying so? Eh? Listen.
That the revenue that is generated from the size we drove on to come here, the water supply system. For too long, we have believed that the revenue that is generated from the size of the economy that we have now is sufficient to deal with all the social problems of the country.
Sufficient enough for 300%?
That is not the case.
That is not the case.
And the only way we're going to be able to deal with all the social problems and the infrastructure problems of the country is when we expand our productivity. And that expansion in productivity, paired with good governance, good fiscal management of the economy, and good social policies, we will then be able to treat with the issues that you have here.
Good management. Good management will make $1.6 trillion questionable right now. Good management. Cornwall Regional Hospital is $10 billion in cost overrun. Would that be according to reports? Same thing goes for National Work Agency. According to reports, another $10 billion. Then they know the money there. Misappropriation, mismanagement are just theft. Another $100 million account reports from Clarendon Alumina Production Limited, which is $15.4 billion. That's good management. That means that we will never go to the level that the Prime Minister is talking about. He said the only way we get there is for this, that, and the other. Good management and all these things is innate. But we don't see no good management at Guania. Can we see, after I go talk to the youth, then we see the $1.6 trillion questionable out of 2 ministry and film office, out of Tufton office, Flavel office, and the office of the OPM, 3 of them, $1.6 trillion. And they are blocking the Auditor General to do our investigation. The Prime Minister, that's what is coming in the report. The Prime Minister office, Tufton office, Flavel office, the Prime Minister himself, because you know him control everything. I believe him have behind everything like a tentacles. Blocking our Auditor General from documents, from doing our work. We appear, we appear them. The corruption stinks. ANJU don't want transparency, it seems. Remember what I tell you. $1.6 trillion. And a small fry that. But listen what I'm saying now, to get there, what we need. Listen to them talk here, man.
Because as it grows, it means there is more resources in the country.
Yeah, for teeth.
To deal with these challenges. Your education, your healthcare, the roads that we...
No teeth from education all the time, man. Man, I take from education right now, they are jail, you know. How much people take from education? The Prime Minister himself, as the Minister of Education, down there do all type of corruption, per the Integrity Commission report. The Prime Minister himself, yes, sir, when he was at the Ministry of Education, did some corruption down there too. The Royal Reid allegation, Miss McLean, it's like everybody come to us. Now we are here about $1.6 trillion, education, health, and Prime Minister office. So the youth them can't come up for nothing. And them not decide to give an MRI machine and CT scan. We'll never get it under them people here. They never bring it up. But this is what this I'm going to talk about. People, you can't make this up, you know.
It means there is more resources in the country to deal with these challenges. Your education, your healthcare, the roads that we drove on to come here, the water supply system. For too long, we have believed that the revenue that is generated from the size of the economy that we have now is sufficient to deal with all the social problems of the country.
But they take 300% raise.
That is not the case.
300% raise. And
the only way we're going to be able to deal with all the social problems and infrastructure problems of the country is when we expand our productivity. And that expansion in productivity, paired with good governance, good fiscal management of the economy, and good social policies, we will then be able to treat with
people good governance and fiscal management. $1.6 trillion in the Prime Minister office. Good governance and fiscal management. $1.6 trillion in the Prime Minister office and a Tufton office and Faval office. 1.6. What they matter about people? That means we'll never get there. We'll never accomplish the goal. What the Prime Minister is talking about, his dream. We'll never get there because we're not seeing a good fiscal management going on here. We're not seeing a proper governance going on here because from FEMA office is Tench a go on and him a Blackney Auditor General from doing her job. A man who not declare him asset. It's at the 3rd year now. Look on the crookedness. 3rd year this man has not declared his asset. The same man with corruption in office right now, blocking the Auditor General. You can't make this up. Where them do this at? Only Jamaica. Only Jamaica. Only Jamaica. Let me play another clip for you guys. Look, pay attention.
So there is a call emerging from firms, from companies to say, until we have those.
I want you to listen to this, you know. This word the Prime Minister, I tell you them about importing labor to Jamaica. And in this one, the Prime Minister almost sound like he's encouraging the youth them and influencing them. When they graduate, they must go overseas. Based on the tone and the level of this conversation, I want you guys to listen good. It almost sound like he's telling the youth them say, when they graduate from here, so they must jump on a plane and go overseas. Come I tell you all the time, we are more valuable to them overseas than their yard. That's why they don't want to come back. Because the green dollars are going to stop send back if we go back a yard. So you better go out there so go work like a money mule for them and send the dollars back a yard. Me tell you that. Who are following me, I already given that lesson already. Don't stay there. So listen to these people. Conditioning. He might tell you them say pretty much go along. You could listen.
So there is a call emerging from firms, from companies to say, until we have those skills, we should allow persons who have those skills overseas to work in Jamaica. Now what?
Hold on there. The problem I'm finding with that speech, you know, in day before some bright kids at high school, some of them so graduate. How long this man in office? 8 years. You have kids graduate to the high school every year. You know, so these type of job are coming. Instead of you groom them and a condition and them mind right now and a program them mind right now for nonsense, for slavery labor. Why never groom and a program them mind for the job that is coming now so you don't have to get nobody from overseas? Why you never program these youths? Why you never fix the generation, the population? You're in front of these bright kids, smart kids. And I tell them, say you're going to import people. You're a low vibration, brother. The vibration is very low. Low frequency. You are vibrating on low frequency. Because you know, so me I see, I just decide, say, me see it too. But me gonna just do me I do and destroy the youth them. You there before some bright kids. If you ever change the curriculum, you change the curriculum. You make the youth them get smarter and brighter for the job today. If a computer tech, you lift up the youth them brain. A country are running, you know. And a hot you cook a bush, you know. A country are run. You there before the youth them as a prime minister. You should have prepared them for the job. Not to tell them about say, boy, you're not too dunce. You're not ready yet. So me have to get some other people from overseas. Basically, that's what he's telling the youths. I don't know why I'm an advisor. Listen.
So there is a call emerging from firms, from companies to say, until we have those skills, we should allow persons who have those skills overseas to work in.
People, what do you hear, man? I say? Until we have to do. What we have heart to do? What do you think come out? What do I do at art? Just care of and hospitality. What are they doing? But until, you know how much years me I talk about this? You know how much years I give into about bringing people? People, what are they doing with the youth that come out of heart? What are they doing with these youth coming to these vocational schools? What are they doing with these youths? Why don't they change stuff up so we can better prepare for the job that is coming? Why we look like we are dunce and dummy? And that him I tell you, them you know, only to dunce. So if we bring people from overseas, don't it look like that's what he's saying, people? He be telling him, I look on some youth, bright, probably brighter than him. Because some of them youth are really excellent, you know. I go to high school, they're at a different level. He might tell them, say, until we have that skill, firms are telling him to import people. How many years now them in the office? How many years now them know what come down the pike? How many years now we have youth every year I come out of heart? How many years now we have youth that graduate from university, college and high school in Jamaica? How many years we have this? How we so unprepared? Shoot. This year, man. Because things must make sense.
From firms, from companies, to say, until we have those skills, we should allow persons who have those skills overseas to work in Jamaica.
Hear that?
Now, one of the reasons why we don't have the skills, Mr. Principal, is that some of these very students here will get their education at Geisel. They will go on to UTech. They will go on to University of the West Indies or one of the other universities. They will develop these important skills. They will go to Hart, and then they will migrate.
Tell everyone, man.
Is that the case?
Tell everyone, man.
If I did a survey in here, I would see a significant percentage
Tell everyone, man.
of persons who intend to migrate. Isn't that true?
The same man must tell them to leave.
Even if you can't migrate,
Listen.
but it's still your intention. And I know when I was growing up, it was the same thing. It wasn't any different. I had
people, I want to hear them when I say. When I was growing up, it was the same thing, it was no different. So go on, man. People want to listen to them, man. Words and tone can't fool colors, you know. The man almost tell you them go on, man. People, the man almost tell you them go on. See more in the sound. People not hear me on YouTube. Yeah, man, I'm going to you want to say so. I hope you not hear me good. Turn up your volume, see more. What for you are going? Him almost tell you themself go on. Listen. No hope for the future generation.
So there is a call emerging from firms, from companies, to say, until we have those skills, we should allow persons who have those skills overseas to work in Jamaica.
One or two dunce.
Now, one of the reasons why we don't have the skills, Mr. Principal,
Here and now.
is that some of these very students here will get their education at Guys Hill. They will go on to UTech, they will go on to University of the West Indies or one of the other universities. They will develop these important skills, they will go to Hart, and then they will migrate.
Look better pay.
Isn't that the case? If I did a survey in here, I would see a significant percentage of persons who intend to migrate. Isn't that true? Even if you can't migrate, but it's still your intention. And I know when I was growing up, it was the same thing. It wasn't any different. I had many friends who postponed their lives waiting on a chance to migrate.
Me say, him almost a tell him to go on. Swear to God. The man almost a tell him to go on. You believe me? The man almost a tell you, they say, no galang come to me, a friend and mate. Me say, conversation.
From firms, from companies, to say, until we have those skills, we should allow persons who have those skills overseas to work in Jamaica. Now, one of the reasons why we don't have the skills, Mr. Principal, is that some of these very students here will get their education at Guys Hill. They will go on to UTech, they will go on to University of the West Indies or one of the other universities.
Encourage them to leave.
They will develop these important skills, they will go to Hart.
Tell him.
And then they will migrate.
Tell him more, Mr. Boss. Tell him, boss.
Is that the case?
Tell him more.
If I did a survey in here, I would see a significant percentage.
Encourage them to leave.
Of persons who intend to migrate. Isn't that true?
Encourage them to migrate, man.
Even if you can't migrate, but it's still your intention.
Encourage them, man.
And I know when I was growing up, it was the same thing. It wasn't any different.
Yeah,
I had many friends who postponed their lives.
You see it?
Waiting on a chance to migrate.
You don't have to do it too. People think I that boy. If you guy that boy, then you hear the man's speech. It's as if the man almost are telling you themselves to get up. Even if you can't, you have to think about it. I used to think about it too. Me have many friends, people. What kind of speech that him I tell you them? To me, right now, I tell you this if you cut as I left high school. I swear to God. To me, I mean, like, seriously. I don't know if I'm telling people, but people, I want to forget this. This one I want to forget. This I one of the, me put hours in this, that's what you hear a while ago. It take me hours. And I like me to tell the people, me put in the work. So, what more to tell you say, the sacrifice of no put in, so when the roads not fixed, all the patrol right across Jamaica, they could have fixed it. If say must sacrifice, and not really that people, like they must save the money for election. Because it look like to me like them give all the MP them whole heap of money, now people some big amount of money. Just the other day them give them $22 million. Now as me I read, if I'm not reading incorrectly, is now them give them $60 million. Each one of them push butter them again, you know? Them give push butter. So you know the money for this and that. But see there. But because the government not do nothing, remember them said they spend the most on this and the most on that, and after 8 years, if not nothing for sure, you think you can trick people by coming up and say, this.
Through the sacrifice of your parents, who endured new taxation almost every year, no budget to repair roads, no budget to invest in healthcare, no budget to invest in public transportation, no budget to invest in garbage collection, no budget to build the auditorium that you're asking for.
Makoda, excuse why?
No budget to pay increased wages to public servants.
After 8 years, you excuse me.
And we went through that process.
Excuse.
In order to bring down our debt.
Excuse me, again, people. Cause no work, people. The people say do nothing, boy. Yeah.
Through the sacrifice of your parents.
But sacrifice of parents, the nation suffer. When parents sacrifice, that means that we can't have money for pay the rent, not two parents. When parents sacrifice, we pick the sacrifice, we come and have the money for go to the supermarket and buy the food, not two parents. Parents, when we sacrifice, we pick the suffer because we have the money for getting to high school, for pay rent, taxi fare. So sacrifice of the parents, and you sacrifice the youth to make them suffer. While Una giving yourself 300% raise, where were you guys' sacrifices? What is sacrifice going to make for the country there? You're lying people. I know them try to pay down the debt so they can get a higher interest rate. They can get a higher money. Just like a credit card. Yeah, man, higher line of credit. And that they want. Pay down fast, they get a higher line of credit. Pay up your credit card and be a good. Keep it up right. You go from $500 next year, you have $750 credit limit. Continue that, you go up to $1,000 next year, have $5,000 credit card limit in your pocket, you can go spend. And that demand the people. Half on the back. The man say, on a sacrifice. Remember, the people who come out and say, nobody spend the most on this. Nobody spend the most on national security. Nobody spend the most on roads, and we can't see it up here, bad road. Don't go China road, me see up there. We are here toll pan. Nobody spend the most on healthcare. No, we are here about $1.6 trillion in a Tufton office, Flavor office, and the Prime Minister office. Eh? Now we are wonder why people up on the floor hospital and roach and rat tonight. Eh? We spend the most on this, but out of the Prime Minister own mouth, him say there was no budget for that. Because they was saving money, they pay debt. So he said, we're going to sacrifice what them never make them take 300% raise. This year, the Prime Minister will be tapped out in his pay raise to 300% fully. Do you understand what Carlos is saying? So we're the sacrifice from them on behalf of the country. Everybody is sacrificed and suffer. Still a suffer. But because after the 8 years, the first 100-day Prime Minister will happen. Nothing going to appeal like them I tell. Nothing to do. Because after the 8 years, here my copy than on the excuse. Listen again.
Who endured new taxation almost every year.
Hear him do. Remember I said no raise tax, you know. But remember I say he must say no say, oh, what him do, you know? Confession is good for this soul, not you. The man I tell you, what him do, you know? New taxation every year. No budget for this, no budget for that. Him knows him do no wrong, you know. He want to come back to Uno now, but he want to come with an excuse why him do it. I was only trying to pay down the debt, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But them never take no sacrifice. What they love there?
Through the sacrifice of your parents.
Wicked.
Who endured new taxation almost every year.
See there? Him do it.
No budget to repair roads.
None.
No budget to invest in healthcare.
No.
No budget to invest in public transportation. No budget to invest in garbage collection.
Yeah.
No budget to build the auditorium that you're asking for.
Country stink. Garbage and run everywhere. You know? We see it, you know. We have that one going.
No budget to pay increased wages to public servants.
Nothing. Why?
And we went through that process.
I'm tell you why.
In order to bring down our debt.
You hear what I want, people? You hear what I want? Them never sacrifice nothing. A matter of fact, while we are going through the no road, the garbage up on the road, the healthcare system bad with family are going to go dead because there's no equipment and medicine. Police with family are dead because police can't adequately secure the nation. We hear Mr. Rowan James tell me that. They might take 300% raise family. When we are sacrificed, they were taking 300% raise from the country. The same Prime Minister would tell me, say, the country don't have enough revenue to pay up everything. Then take 300% raise from that. Knowing that, I can play this one more time for the people in the far field here.
Through the sacrifice of your parents.
Who can do it?
Who endured new taxation almost every year.
We know you're wicked.
No budget to repair roads.
We see it, bad road.
No budget to invest in healthcare. No budget to invest in public transportation. No budget to invest in garbage collection. No budget to build the auditorium that you're asking
After
for.
8 years, hear me excuse I know.
No budget to pay increased wages to public servants.
Yeah, man, teacher left, man. Police are quit.
And we went through that process
Excuse now.
in order to bring down our debt.
All right. Me not have to say nothing more, people. Me not have to say nothing more. See it there. Can't make that up. If you don't believe me and someone think it's splice and all that stuff, go on JIS. Go back and check the whole interview you will hear this tonight. Because some people don't believe what them are hearing. Because what we are hearing is not what we are hearing anymore. Some people believe that it's a joke and fake. We don't have no money for this, no money for that, blah, blah. No money for this, no money for that, blah, blah. No money nowhere for do nothing because we are trying to pay down the debt. No money nowhere for the people, but we are trying to pay down the debt. But tell me, if all of that is true, we don't sacrifice a bad road, healthcare we sacrifice, public service worker we don't sacrifice, school are locked down like the Promise Learning Center, the only school that have out there for special need kids, them shut it down. The government defund the school for the disabled. So they don't have the money. If all of that is true, because they do all of that, you're making all a sacrifice, ANJU, to pay down the debt. So how this is true right here, what I'm going to read right to you now. Listen to me. All 63 MPs, my reggae son splash, them I get is more than what I said to you a while ago. All 63 MPs to be allocated a minimum of $150 million Spark Road program, owners said. Remember, we don't have the money for this, you know. We have to do this and that for hold on the debt. So the past 8 years, people are suffer. So coming up to election time now, Jamaica people, we can't take the can again. Because when we're ready to use you again, we're going to do something for you. Treat you like a dog for many years. When it's time for me when me need you to do something for me, may I come and sweeten you up again. Jamaica, we're not tired of the can. We are Kunumuno, Abaka Kowe Bana last night. Look how long we are bad road, but up to election time now, you are here, say, $150 million. I got to politicians, some of them are thief too. About the alleged 69 and about they are almost dozen women here under investigation for sticky fingers. They might get $150 million. Remember, you know, was saving money because to pay down the debt. Me make us suffer because I pay down the debt. Me make the parents sacrifice, kids sacrifice to pay down the debt. Fiscal responsibility. See it here. We don't suffer, but maybe that's $150 million each. Give every MP, our thief, I get it if we got thief out. Because the Prime Minister cover them, you know. The illicit six, you know, the alleged criminals, you know. We acquire riches by criminal means, just like the scammer them, you know. They are covering them down. To me, that is interfering in our justice, interfering with justice. You understand me? Putting roadblock in the first, I want to understand what Carlos has said. $150 million. Learning, the local school for the youth with disability. Shut down. See there, $150 million, poof, for each MP. Tell me what them care about. No MRI machine or CT scan. $150, poof, for each MP. Election time. One hospital have MRI machine and CT scan. Them people are mean no good people. Please stop take the can. This is all a can game. See there? 63 members of parliament, MP, will be allocated a minimum of $150 million under the government's ambitious $40 billion Spark program to rehabilitate the country's creaking road network. Right to election. Look how long bridges gone. People have to make them own bridge out of wood. Jamaica, we're not going to take this now. Because we need them for use them now. We starve on all this time. Come take that plate of food there. Come on, come do something for me. Come take this now because why you do something for me? Jamaica will not tie that can. And people are wicked. And the quicker them gone, the better for we. 4 more years, it'll be another $1 trillion gone. $40 billion give out all of a sudden. $40 billion Promise Learning Center was defunded by the government. A school for disabled kids. But you have $40 billion if you go give MP if you grease palm for election. That's all that is. If you go buy vote and all that stuff, you don't know that. No proper oversight, no accountability. You don't know that. There's not going to be no accountability and no oversight on this money. No transparency. You don't know that. It's like giving the puss butter. You don't know that. And the alleged criminal in the pocket and they want them under investigation. You don't know that. You don't know so poor people are going to get value for the money what we are here about yourself. You don't know that. You don't know get $150 million worth of the value coming from this $150 million each NP going to get. You don't know that. You don't know so out of the $150 each one of them get money I go for bad man and dance. You don't know that. When the money go down to do the actual work, heavy money damn out by the time don't filter out, no money no left. You don't know that. You don't know that till now go upon the money and no oversight, no accountability. That's how they take the money and do it. No what P double D there. They don't so they waste the money. Where are the MP if you go fix road for? They know nothing about road fixing. MP know nothing about road fixing. What the money go to parish council, public work department or something like that. And then where them dash your money people? And then where your money gone? And who are the chairman for the Constituency Development Fund? The Prime Minister's wife. She is the chairwoman for the Constituency Development Fund. The Prime Minister's wife have a lot of titles, the people, very important title. Integrity Commission, Oversight Committee. She's on that committee. The Prime Minister's wife is on the Integrity Commission, Oversight Committee. Speaker of the House. And she also sits on the Constituency Development Fund. You see the money here? You see the money here? I forgot you ANJU and his wife. That's how our country running now. So see here, $150 million. They've done shut down Promise Learning Center. We still not, they're still not reach out. They don't even talk about saying give MRI machine and CT scan. Tell me if them people are wicked. Tell me the people them have the money I make us suffer. The ANJU owners come tell me now, say the reason why I make us suffer and a sacrifice is a sacrifice for the better kind of pay down bill. We have $40 billion or so. This couldn't pay down bill. I push I get butter here, so man. This, we know say this now got to nothing, man. $40 billion for give some criminal politician, $150 million each. When it comes to Constituency Development Fund, that's where most of the money get teeth out, leak out. Can't say Carlos will tell you. See it here? Now I could commit to fixing up the school when they attack. We just have partition. What do you them now learn well because of the noise and disruption. But him commit to grease criminal politician palm. No commitment to put MRI machines, CT scans or burn units. To save our life, we're going to vote for them. They might look for a vote for them, you know. People, they're not good for we. No good people. When you look for a hospital on an MRI machine and a CT scan, and look at some $40 billion if you go get teeth in politician. You look like here. Now I have no money for do nothing. But something them have all the money. Like DPP office. Like the new parliament building here them I talk about. Like Devon House tear down and put concrete. Negril and Montego be a sign. Like they making have new money. Like the Outrageous Pier, pretty tough for tourists. Trelawney Pier, pretty tough for tourists. Anywhere they want to spend money, they spend it people. But not on the people. We suffer and talk about a sacrifice we are make. Sacrifice to pay down the debt. How will we sacrifice when them not take no sacrifice? They will take 300% raise when we make a sacrifice. Hey? We are make 300% raise they are taking for themselves, while we don't have nothing. And why, guys, listen this one more time.
Through the sacrifice of your parents, who endured new taxation almost every year, no budget to repair roads, no budget to invest in healthcare, no budget to invest in public transportation, no budget to invest in garbage collection, no budget to build the auditorium that you're asking for.
Why? Why you punish me, boss? Punish me. Why?
No budget to pay increased wages to public servants. And we went through that process.
Why?
In order to bring down our debt.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. You see what I do with that? You see what I do with that? It's him say him do it to bring down the debt. He make us suffer. No road, no this and that. So while we are suffering, them take 300% raise. And now we are here say $40 billion already. Hello? We also hear say SSL give out the first $11 billion. While we are getting $15 million to keep the lights on and pay workers. Nigel Clark come to us if we give SSL $15 million. Now we are here say SSL hand out the first $11 billion right in time for election, and I'll have this announcement of billions of dollars again. Is it the machinery startup crank up now? Money making machine, the ramping shop machinery. The boss get let off right in time for election. $11 billion gone out to the people them. But Nigel Clark want to take a measly $15 million from we. Make the people them suffer. Claim say my pay down bill. No road, nothing at all. No people dead. You know, for them experiment with them experiment power. Because police not have the tool, hospital not have nothing. No way about $1.6 trillion. What them talk about? Try to pay off debt. The whole time like them that thief. It seems $1.6 trillion. All the prime minister office in it. Tufton office. The woman, what the woman flavor office. Pay shade in this area. Blocking the auditor general work. Blocking the auditor general for properly doing our investigation. A ramping shop around is not a real country. It's a banana republic. Then people have turned the country in a people. Want everybody sacrifice when they must scrape up 300% raise. Tell me how them love you. I hope this video makes sense in every sentence. Thank you guys for watching this video. As usual, I am a student in your guys' class. Make sure your comments make sense in every sentence. If this is the first time on this platform, and you like my work, come and put some more time in. You like the interaction in the comment section, go ahead and subscribe, family, and YouTube, and follow me on Facebook. Because sometimes I do 2 different set of videos on them. So you don't miss nothing. And don't forget to click the bell. So you can always there send the comment section and interact with the eye and the eye. See? And if you don't like what I do, please don't come on my page in the trouble. I don't have time, I don't have an issue with you. Just hit the button and find another page with the reach. Alright? I'll big up a few people. Marie, New Alley, Wagwan. Ransford McLean, my boss. Wagwan, brethren. Wagwan. Angela Chong. Thank you. I appreciate you too, family. Debbie Jervis. Manners of respect. Romina Parkinson. Wagwan, family. Wagwan. Manners and enough respect. Adrian Anderson. Wagwan. Joan Jackson. Wagwan, family. Odd James. Wagwan, you good? Yeah, man. King David. Blessings. Ivan Bradford. Man has enough respect, you know. Producer Wayne Global TV. People don't forget 6 o'clock. Producer Wayne Global TV. My bunny fire. And him have him afternoon show too, you know. Check him out. Check out him page and see what him have to offer. My bunny fire to Producer Wayne Global TV. Check him out, people. Man, I start big up yourself, Wayne. Yeah, man. Big up myself, Kempo. Kempo them. Uncomparable. Bless up, uncomparable. Bless up yourself, family. Enough love, you know. Patricia Matthews, Wagwan. Douglas Allen, Wagwan, family. Him now play down a bill, students loan, delinquents, not like pay bill or pay back loans. Him not like pay bill and pay back loans. Aye, sir. La da dee, la 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 la. People, guys, you know what? Anything in the dark must come to light in a family. Anything in the dark will come to light. No matter how them try to squeeze it out. That's how earth run. Right? $1 trillion gone, people. $1 trillion gone. And for the ones that were never there yesterday, I could hear from the news itself, because sometimes when I talk something, I don't believe, you know, but I have to hear it first, people. I want to hear it, man. Wait before no left. No left yet. Come back here. Yeah, you come back here. You're right. One piece here.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News. Here's what we have in the bulletin. Concerns again been raised about how taxpayers' money is being spent. PICKNEY says systems are in place to address online customs form challenges. And later in sports, Jamaicans compete at Youth Winter Olympic Games in South Korea.
Listen to them crappy are going to have a country.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Shane Masters, and here are the details. The Passport Immigration and Citizenship Agency is asserting that mechanisms are in...
Hold on, I know better than that. I'm going to go right to... Yeah, man. All right.
The Jamaica Accountability Meter portal, JAMP, views as worrying the revelation that some government ministries have been unable to properly account for trillions spent over a 10-year period.
Listen.
Executive Director Jeanette Calder says the permanent secretaries must be called to answer. How was the money spent? That's the trillion-dollar question being asked by Auditor General Pamela Monroe Ellis. In a Gleaner article, it was revealed that the Auditor General's department is being hindered from independently assessing how more than $1.6 trillion was utilized between two ministries and the Office of the Prime Minister, OPM. Those ministries are the Education and Health ministries. Mrs. Monroe Ellis noted that for 9 fiscal years, spanning 2012-2013, to 2018-19 and 2021-2022 to 2022-23, Parliament approved $902 billion, representing 13.7% of the national budget, to manage and administer public education in Jamaica. However, no appropriation account was done. It was a...
They say everybody grip education. Everybody come. And that's they go to... Whatever you are going in our country. Whenever you are going to a country, I say the corruption stink all our face never slap with the people. I say the corruption rotten. Listen.
The Jamaica Accountability Meter portal, JAMP, views as worrying the revelation that some government ministries have been unable to properly account for trillions spent over a 10-year period. Executive Director Jeanette Calder says the permanent secretaries must be called to answer. How was the money spent? That's the trillion-dollar question being asked by Auditor General Pamela Monroe Ellis. In a Gleaner article, it was revealed that the Auditor General's department is being hindered from independently assessing how more than $1.6 trillion was utilized between two ministries and the Office of the Prime Minister, OPM. Those ministries are the Education and Health ministries. Mrs. Monroe Ellis noted that for 9 fiscal years, spanning 2012-2013, to 2018-19 and 2021-2022 to 2022-23, Parliament approved $902 billion, representing 13.7% of the national budget, to manage and administer public education in Jamaica. However, no appropriation account was done. It was a similar case for the Health Ministry, which Parliament had approved $695 billion to. The Auditor General said the accounting officer in the ministry submitted 15 of the 22 appropriation accounts for financial years 2013-2014 to 2022-23, but those did not meet the standards for submission. As for the Office of the Prime Minister, 3 appropriation accounts representing an accumulated budgetary allocation of approximately $12.02 billion are outstanding. Executive Director of the Jamaica Accountability Meter Portal, JAMP, Jeanette Calder, says based on the revelation, the country has been left in a quandary. She says the issue begins and ends with the permanent secretaries.
The permanent secretary needs to make sure that after 4 months when the year ends, she sends her report to Parliament to say, what have we done with the people's money? All right. When that don't happen, Delia, who's supposed to come and say, what are gone? The people who get the report.
Yes.
Who are those? Are parliamentarians. So we have parliamentarians, for example, the Ministry of Health, for 10 years has not told our parliamentarians, told our Auditor General what they have done with our money. How much money we're talking about? Just a little bit under $700 billion. And that is a report that they have gotten every year for the last 10 years till it add up to $700 billion.
That's a healthcare.
What is the work our parliamentarians are doing for us?
She says what needs to be done is for citizens to understand the accountability framework, because only then will people be truly held accountable for the crisis facing the country.
Who do we call for? The first time something goes wrong. The minister. Gentle folks, there are 7. No, Simone, that's the thing. There are 17 people in government with more teeth than a minister to sanction and to hold people to account. We don't know them things, Adelia. So when these things go wrong, who we call? The political representative who in the law has the least amount of power to do something about sanctioning and holding people to account.
I don't even know what I want, people. These are 22 hours ago, you know. Less than 1 day, you know. This fresh, you know. People don't know what's going on in the country. Some Jamaica don't know I'm to them money that's on the hospital stay so. Pay excuses. You thought money gone to health care. You thought money gone to education. But them lock down the school for the disabled. Teacher can't get pay and run away. You much money, people? No accountability, no transparency, even at the Prime Minister's office. So how do you expect $150 million give politician to go this, that, and the other? Or you gotta put a trail upon that? Even at the Prime Minister's office, there's no accountability. Him now advertise and cross T's. And it's blocking the investigator, the Auditor General from doing her job. It seems as if we have a shady Prime Minister, man. Very shady, man. This looks shady, man. That our Prime Minister is blocking investigation into corruption in his office, in the Ministry of Education, in the Ministry of Health. These people seem like a combo thing and friend thing they are deal with. This shady, man. This will look good. This will look good. I want to hear what I go on boy, people. Why do I tell these youths to pick up a thing of service and stay over 5 o'clock and work? Them I take trillions of dollars and I get richer and richer. Billions. People do not take light. People do not take look a bit. Eat the right to something I play for you one more time.
The Jamaica Accountability Meter Portal, JAMP, views as worrying the revelation that some government ministries have been unable to properly account for trillions spent over a 10-year period. Executive Director Jeanette Calder says the permanent secretaries must be called to answer. How was the money spent? That's the trillion-dollar question being asked by Auditor General Pamela Monroe Ellis. In a Gleaner article, it was revealed that the Auditor General's department is being hindered from independently assessing how more than one...
People, it means say the Prime Minister block the Auditor General. I see when them block the Integrity Commission and I know about the 6 and I fight Integrity Commission now, him a wrestle. the Auditor General, the man we know declare him asset 3 years in a row. Jamaica at this man glad to give a chance again. $1.6 trillion out of the PICKNEY life savings, out of the future of Jamaica. 1.6 trillion Jamaica. And this, who love the country, man, and party, who love. No, man, this is ridiculous. No, this is embarrassing. Some people are not ashamed, you know. Could not shame. No, sir, me not shame.
Ability Meter portal JAMP views as worrying the revelation that some government ministries have been unable to properly account for trillions spent over a 10-year period. Executive Director Jeanette Calder says the permanent secretaries must be called to answer. How was the money spent? That's the trillion-dollar question being asked by Auditor General Pamela Monroe-Ellis. In a Gleaner article, it was revealed that the Auditor General's department is being hindered from independently assessing how more than $1.6 trillion was utilized between two ministries and the Office of the Prime Minister, OPM. Those ministries are the Education and Health ministries. Mrs. Monroe-Ellis noted that for 9 fiscal years, spanning 2012-2013, to 2018-19 and 2021-2022 to 2022-23, Parliament approved $902 billion, representing 13.7% of the national budget, to manage and administer public education in Jamaica. However, no appropriation account was done. It was a similar case for the Health Ministry, which Parliament had approved $695 billion to. The Auditor General said the accounting officer in the ministry submitted 15 of the 22 appropriation accounts for financial years 2013-2014 to 2022-23, but those did not meet the standards for submission. As for the Office of the Prime Minister, 3 appropriation accounts representing an accumulated budgetary allocation of approximately $12.02 billion are outstanding. Executive Director of the Jamaica Accountability Meter Portal, JAMP, Jeanette Calder, says based on the revelation, the country has been left in a quandary. She says the issue begins and ends with the permanent secretaries.
The permanent secretary needs to make sure that after 4 months when the year ends, she sends her report to Parliament to say, what have we done with the people's money? All right. When that don't happen, Delia, who's supposed to come and say, what are going? The people who get the report.
Yes.
Who are those? Are parliamentarians. So we have parliamentarians, for example, the Ministry of Health, for 10 years has not told our parliamentarians, told our Auditor General what they have done with our money. How much money we're talking about? Just a little bit under $700 billion. And that is a report that they have gotten every year for the last 10 years till it add up to $700 billion. Yes. What is the work our parliamentarians are doing for us?
She says what needs to be done is for citizens to understand the accountability framework, because only then will people be truly held accountable for the crisis facing the country.
Who do we call for? The first time something goes wrong. The minister. Gentle folks, there are 7. No, Simone, that's the thing. There are 17 people in government with more teeth than a minister to sanction and to hold people to account. We don't know them things they deal. So when these things go wrong, who we call? The political representative, who in the law has the least amount of power to do something about sanctioning and holding people to account.
So why the people who starts with this job now do them work? That's why the man get to the other day, because with the Natural Water Commission thing that the other day, because people now do them work, DPP say take too long to act. They now do them work, people. That's why the NHT, National Housing Trust, lost the court case with the security firm who take out their money, them contribution out of security guard, took out contribution from security guard check and never hand it over, right? They go pay one side and never pay for them share. They got court. Just tell them, say, security company don't have to pay for the money because they take too long to act. Everybody acts slow around here and late, deliberately. But when it comes to poor people, quick and fast, slow, deliberate. Slow. People, must I tell you, it was a pleasure doing this video, putting this together for you guys. Because me have to come to and make you hear what I go on, man. It was a pleasure talking to you guys. Dwight Gray, what I go on. Yeah, man, bless myself. You hear what I go on? Yes, man. Put together a little thing and for my people. And from the horse mouth. Not from Carlos, from the horse mouth. So I think this song is appropriate at this moment. You understand? Respect.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. Hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again. What we gonna eat no money, what we at you, in no at you. Covid money, miss away in the year, little rat you. Use the youth, them on the waste, and bust a man to statue. Say me like a catch you, but they got enough, they got you. Take this script and money, girl, and say that is not you. One day, the man above end up in my gutter. Too much it in the kitchen, some of my well like a patu. The singers and DJs and such a need that's coming at you. It's on me. 300% free. It's on me. Garbage pile up in it. It's on me. People teacher them race. It's on me. I see corruption fees. It's on me. Mash down the people them house. It's on me. Every day appear arms out. It's on me. Appear money them a thief. It's on me. And them a sell out with each. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion.
Guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Much manners and respect, I must say. Can't give you guys enough respect for hanging out here with I, and you know, have a reason about the country and what I go on at the place. Thanks each and every one. And for the ones that I forgot for hear a lot. You know, big up on yourself. Mr. Gray, Ups, Wagwan Ups official. Bless up yourself. Sue McDuffie, King David, bless up yourself. You know, Benita Clark, Wagwan, you there. Bless up yourself. Me not forgot to you know. Bless up on yourself, the Patricia Matthews, the everybody were there, some people. And if I forget anybody, people, I did not willingly do it. Natalia Freeman, Wagwan Natalia. Manners and respect. Sister D. Ruben. Sister D. Ruben. Yeah, man. Ivan Bradford again. I'm going to big up all the new people there, you know. Carla Williams, Wagwan. Bless yourself, Miss Williams. Enough love, you know. Yeah, man. So, you know. Yeah, man. Bless up on yourself. Ubuntu. 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 Bless up yourself, Ubuntu. There's some new here yeah, in this space. I'm sending on respect. Thank you guys for hanging out here, sir. Letitia Elliott, Wagwan. Bless up yourself. Uncomparable. Bless up yourself. There's nothing compared to you. Bless up yourself. You know, you're unique. We all are unique. Nobody don't look like Carlos, but then there's no other Carlos. Might look like Carlos, but not the same thing. You know, there's a producer, Wayne, Global TV. People remember, I check him out, you know, a good youth. I'm a bonfire for Jamaica. I'm on top of that, I'm my brethren. Yeah. Yeah, man, I say a lot of my people, my brethren, but we know my brethren. Yeah, man, Sonia Foster, Wagwan. Miss Ivan Bradford. Bless up, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. As usual, Jamaican Carlos. Jamaica to the world. And Jamaican Carlos is out. Peace.